Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome viewers, my children from year 4. This is lesson week 15 for science year 4. Now remember, keep safe at home. Do not forget to help your parents. Don't just sit there. Help them to do things at home, cleaning, throwing out the rubbish bin, maybe gardening, washing the car. So help your parents when you're at home is one of the important things that you need to learn. Okay, now before we start our lesson, let's recite a dua. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma warzuqni fahma wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa salam walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. So let's jump to lesson. We have a new theme which is called cycles. Now we'll go into that in a moment. The topic would be life cycles and life cycles of flowering plants. So the objective would be explain how the life cycle of a plant works by describing the main stages in the life cycle of a named flowering plant. But before that, we need to understand what is a cycle. A cycle is things happen every day. Now we know things happen every day. They create a pattern. What I mean here is this pattern repeat over and over again. These are called cycles. Now every day things happen that you do every day. When it keep repeating again and again and again, the same thing happen again and again and again, it is called cycle. Now example would be you wake up and you sleep. Now wake up every morning, then sleep at night. Wake up every morning, then sleep at night. Wake up every morning, then sleep at night. That is called a cycle. This is a cycle. Now it's the same thing with this. Morning, night, morning, night, morning, night. That is also called a cycle. Morning, night cycle. It keeps repeating the same thing every day. Or a harder cycle would be moon. Now this is called a moon cycle. Every mid month, 15, 14, 15, 16, there will be full moon. So every month there would be one few days of full moon here, and start closing. You can see the moon starting from second, then third, a little 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, 15 full moon, then closing, and one more time. This happen every month. So this is called the moon cycle. Now it's the same thing with when you want to go to school during school days. So during school days, things happen every day. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday is a cycle of school cycle. Example would be you wake up, you have your breakfast, then you go to school, then 12:30 you go home, then 1:30 you go back to Ugama school, then 3:30 you go home, then you play, then you sleep. Now the next day you would do the same thing. You wake up, have your breakfast, go to school, 12:30 go home, 1:30 go back to school, Ugama school, 3:30 go home, then you play, then you sleep. And the next day, every time during school days, that is a cycle. That is what happened. So that is also called a cycle. Things that repeat every day, the same thing. Now we need to learn life cycle. What does it mean by life cycle? Pusingan, kehidupan, life cycle. All stages in the life of a living thing. What does it mean? Look here. We can see an egg, a chicken, a chick, and an adult chicken. No, this is not. This is an adult chicken, but we are not talking about a roasted adult chicken. We are talking about this chicken. Good. Now, to say a life cycle of a chicken is when adult chicken will lay eggs, then egg will hatch out into a chick, then chick will grow into adult chicken, and adult chicken will lay eggs, and egg will hatch out a chick. It's the same like human people. People is more or less the same, but we don't have eggs to hatch. Now like we start from baby grow up become you. Children will grow up become teenagers like your brothers and sisters. Your brother and sisters will grow up into adult person like me, like your father and mother. And then we have babies. Adult people have babies, and baby will grow up again one more time. Now here is the same life cycle of a chicken. Now we want to talk about life cycle of flowering plant. Life cycle of a mung bean plant. Now we want to talk about plants, and we need to know what is their life cycle for mung bean plant. Do you know what is mung bean? Mung beans means kacang hijau. Kacang hijau is a very small bean. When it grows, have you ever eat tauge? Tauge is from mung bean plant, dari kacang hijau, green bean. Small one, green bean. Now this is a life cycle of mung bean plant. So we start with, like most flowering plants, mung bean plants reproduce from seeds. So seed first here, or whichever first, but usually if you want to plant mung bean plant, of course seed first. So seed first. Number one, mung bean plant reproduce from seed. So when they have seed, they are called flowering plant. Like this one, this is a flowering plant. So the second step would be when mung bean seed gets enough air, water, and warmth from the sun. Usually from the sun. You can get warmth from other sources of heat, but for plants it's the best using the sun. It will start to grow into seedlings. Now the small plant like this one, number 2, is called seedlings. As seedling grows, leaves appear like this one. So the third phase would be seedling will grow into adult mung bean plant. Now this is adult mung bean plant, and number 4, adult mung bean plant will produce flowers. When it grows, you will have flowers, and flowers would change into fruits like number 5 here. The fruits hold the seeds which new mung bean plant will grow. So this is the cycle of a mung bean plant. Seeds, seedling, adult mung bean. Adult mung bean have flowers. Flowers change into mung bean fruit. And again, seed. In the fruit they have seeds, and seed will grow again one more time. So this is called the cycle. Again and again, again and again, the same things happen. Now next, a flowering plant, coconut palm tree. Now coconut palm tree, pokok kelapa, is also a flowering plant. So we shall see into the life cycle of coconut palm tree. So this is a coconut palm tree. Everyone knows coconut palm tree. So a coconut palm is also a flowering plant. I've told you that a coconut palm is also a flowering plant. So the coconut, number one, we start with the coconut. The coconut high up on the tree are coconut seed. This is called coconut seed. Buah, yeah, we call buah kelapa, but in science, coconut seed. Coconut seed will fall when it is matured. When it's old, it will fall down, and when it's fall down, it started to grow with enough water, air, and warmth. Now, second, the coconut seed will grow into coconut seedling. Look, this is seedling, it start to grow. Coconut seedling will grow taller as it grows. Its root will grow deep underground. Now, this is the coconut seed. Number two, coconut seedling. That is the second phase. Now, the third phase would be coconut seedling will grow into a coconut palm tree. Now it will grow bigger and bigger. After a few years, it will become a coconut palm tree. Number three. And next, phase 4 would be stage 4. Adult coconut palm tree will produce flowers. Coconut tree have flowers like this one. You can also look in the internet if you want more information, more pictures in about the coconut flower. Now the fifth one would be coconut flower will change into coconut seed. This one, and in turn, when it grow matured, grow old, it will become coconut or coconut seed one more time. This is a life cycle of a coconut palm, again and again and again. The same things happen, keep repeating itself. So it's called a cycle for this life cycle of coconut palm. So the next life cycle of a sunflower plant. Now this is a sunflower plant. If you want, you can plant it. This is very nice, beautiful. It's not that big. It's tall, not that tall. Now we start with sunflower seeds. This seed will grow into sunflower seedling. As the seedling grows, there will form the leaves. This one, sunflower, and seed grow into sunflower seedling, and it will grow into adult sunflower like this one. It's the same, seed, seedling, sunflower, and the flower inside have many sunflower seeds. Here inside you can only see the bottom of this one seed. Here I've tried planted it before, years before, and I know the seed is there. And these seeds cannot be eaten except if you roast it in the oven. Put in the oven first and you can eat the seed. Now if you want to plant sunflower seed, do not use the one in the shop that you can eat. No, it's been roasted. It's for eating only. This one, go to the somewhere super safe. I did see in super safe. There's seed, sunflower seed is meant for planting. Try at home. You can try planting a mung bean plant. Now I've given you a project for planting flowering plants. So plant a mung bean plant. You can use a plastic cup or bottle. Plastic bottle is up to you. Maybe you have flower pots. Yeah, you can use that too. And use cotton, soil, tanah, or cotton in the cup and plant your mung bean. If you do not have any mung bean, you can always use other kind of plants, flowering plants. Example would be chili. Chili would be okay, no problem. Now remember, when you're planting your mung bean plant or any kind of flowering plant, something small, maybe tomato, do your journal. Write in a paper what you see. I will show how to write your journal in the next video, tutorial video on how to make your journal. You can observe these now. Observe how long will it take to grow into seedling. Now look every day, not every hour. Just look every day, once a day, maybe twice a day. Now how long will it take from seed to become seedling? Now you make a record of the example, day 3. Look at the plant on day 1, on day 2, on day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and so on until maybe 2 weeks, until next 2 weeks. If you plant 2 mung bean plant, you can place one in the dark. This is another example. If you want, you can plant 2, one put in the dark. What I want you to do is just make the most important thing is make a record on how you grow your mung bean plant. That is the most important thing. But if we want to place one in the dark room and one in the light room, you can do that, but just record your observation. Observe and compare 2 plants if you have 2 plants. If you don't have 2 plants, one would be okay. One planted in soil, another plant in water. Example only. It depends on what you want to do. I mean, if you have 2 plants, one in the dark, one in the light, then you record these 2 plants only. If you have 2 plants, one in the soil and one in water only, then you record these 2 only. If you want to do that comparison, then it's okay. You can just plant one mung bean plant and record how long does it take to grow. Do not forget to draw and measure with your ruler. I will tell you in more details on the next video on how to make your science journal. Write your observations in your journal. Okay, now remember this journal. After 2 weeks, please send it to me. Write on a piece of paper and send it to me along with your exercise that I've given you. Do not forget, you can color also. You can color. Please check the other video on tutorial on how to make your science journal. Thank you and see you on the next lesson.